The story starts out in 1065 with the dying King Edward.
Three men want to take his place as king. Horold Godwinsson, an English lord, Horold Godwinsson, a Viking king, and William of Normandy. When King Edward died on January 5th, 1066, Horold Godwinsson was crowned king the very next day. Here you will see the coronation of King Horold. You will see wording. This wording is in Latin because everyone spoke at least a little Latin because everyone was Catholic. You will see King Horold in the center. He is holding the scepter and the orb. You can see how not all of the knowledge from the Romans was lost. You can see the arched windows to the left of him and the shingled roofs. The building you see is most probably Westminster Abbey. Westminster Abbey still stands today and is where almost every king and queen has been crowned since Horold. The scepter and the orb you see were destroyed by Oliver Cromwell and no longer exist. Also, all the men are wearing cloaks. Do note how all of the courtiers are wearing stockings, except for one. In addition, note how one even has striped stockings. A few months after the crowning of King Horold, on March 20th, 1066, Halley's Comet appeared in the sky. The people of England took it as a terrible omen. Perhaps they were right, because that year they had a famine. Take a look at the courtiers in the bottom left corner of the screen. They look very worried, and rightfully so. Look at the difference between how Halley's Comet looks in the tapestry and how it looks in real life. Here's a photo of Halley's Comet. In the corner visible here are several ships, perhaps a ghostly foreshadowing of an imminent invasion of England by boat. News of the new king quickly spread. When William of Normandy heard how Horold was king, he decided to prepare an invasion force to take back the crown, which was, in his mind, rightfully his. Horold Godwinsson also decided to follow suit and prepared an invasion force. Here you will see William's men preparing for war. You will see two men roasting a chicken over an open fire, and also one man cooking on a spit. Below this you will see men eating. There are men on the left who appear to be eating that roasted chicken, and men on the right who are eating at a round table. In the middle of that round table appears to be a server. By September of 1066, both the Vikings and the French were ready, but they had to wait for safe passage to England. The Vikings were the first to land. They landed 250 miles north of London. After marching 250 miles north, the English army defeated the Vikings and killed Godwinsson. The scene that you're seeing is not from the Bayeux Tapestry. In fact, it's not included at all. There is a reason why this isn't in the Bayeux Tapestry. 2 days after the Battle of Stamford Bridge, William's army invaded England. Harold's army then had to travel 310 miles south to go and fight off William's army. They were already very tired, but now they had to fight another battle. Here's William's army running into battle. Note on the right where it says Willie, which is short for William. You can see William on the right standing up. Look at all of William's soldiers in chainmail, every one of them. Also note how all of the men are wielding bronze swords. Although the men are heavily armored, the horses are not. On the bottom, note some archers with their bows at the ready, slowly advancing. On October 14th, 1066, William defeated Horold, thus ending the Battle of Hastings. Here is one of the blows that eventually killed Horold. Here is an archer's arrow going into his eye, through his helmet. The helmets worn at the Battle of Hastings were very good against blows from a sword, but not very good against hits from an arrow. You can see the open spaces in their helmets here. To the right you will see the blow that ended Horold's life. A knight on a horse struck him down. Several years after William of Normandy won the Battle of Hastings, Pope Alexander II ordered him to have penance for all of the lives lost in his conquest. Then built a battle abbey right on the spot where the Battle of Hastings took place. Here you will see an engraved rock that is in the exact spot where Harold died. 2 months after his victory at Hastings, William of Normandy was crowned King of England. Here is the scene from the Bayeux Tapestry where William was crowned King of England. William, too, was crowned in Westminster Abbey. If you look to the left of William, who is in the center, you will see William Dux Normanno. Dux meaning Duke and Normanno meaning Normandy. To the right of William, it says Rex Anglorum. Rex meaning king and Anglorum meaning England, or William, King of England. To the left of William, you'll see the Archbishop, saying Archie Epps, which means Archbishop, and Aldred to the left, which is his name. Compare the differences between Westminster Abbey as depicted here in the Bayeux Tapestry and Westminster Abbey as depicted earlier, during the crowning of Harold. You can see a lot of differences between these two depictions of Westminster Abbey. Here's how Westminster Abbey looks in current times. Now that William of Normandy was now King of England, he had some major problems to overcome. He had to gain the people's trust, and him being a foreigner from France, he had a lot to do. The tapestry would show his conquest of England, and also how he was the rightful king, not Harold. As I mentioned earlier, the entire Battle of Stamford Bridge was not included at the Bayeux Tapestry at all. This was because when William's men defeated Harold's men, they had already marched 250 miles north, fought off an army, and then had to march 310 miles south. If the commoner knew that he had defeated an extremely exhausted army, it would have only earned him shame and distrust. The Bayeux Tapestry was made in Bayeux, France, hence its name. You will see Bayeux, France, right under where it says Normandy on this map. It is near the coast. One will note that this was made in Bayeux, France, not England. This was done so that all the people who were loyal to him in Normandy would make sure to make a great tapestry for him. Women of Bayeux made the tapestry. It had exquisite detail, as you can see here. Here you see a horse and a knight. In fact, within the tapestry, there are 626 people. One interesting fact about the tapestry is that it appears that it was not sewn as one. It was made in segments and then sewn together. Tapestry was colored with variations of yellow, red, green, and blue. There are a total of 8 colors in the tapestry. The ink in the tapestry appears to have been from vegetable origin. Another interesting fact about the tapestry is that it appears that there were no outlines and marks for which colors go where. Clothing is often depicted in the Bayeux Tapestry, as seen here in the courtiers. Almost everybody wears a tunic, and also most people wear cloaks. In addition, everybody is wearing stockings, some with stripes. Last, everybody wears shoes. On the warriors, helmets can be seen which are made of iron, and also chainmail can be seen. In some cases, knights wear extra armor over their chests, but this is only seen once or twice within the tapestry. The Bayeux Tapestry is thought of by many historians to be the best accounts of 11th century sailing. Though the tapestry shows only one type of ship, a transport ship, it is very detailed and very accurate. Measuring 224 feet long, the Bayeux Tapestry is an amazing embroidery that tells us of an interesting period in time.